God claps this time around. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 21 of RimWorld, the Journey to the Stars. Slow and steady today's episode, right? I've kind of reviewed the last episode a little bit, and we're just gonna play slow and steady. It's not really progressing at the way I want it to progress, but it is fine. I think it is fine. I am super mega tired today. I've had a very long day and lots of stuff that went wrong and I had to fix and couldn't be fixed, and we're gonna do that tomorrow, hopefully. Not this though. Let's play some video games, because video games exist, so we forget the real world for a second. Isn't that the point of all of this? Let's get into the Fat Hobbits, and let's check out what's going on. I have had no time to look at the better health tab or anything like that. It's just what it is, right? We need to overlook our add-ons for a second, but yeah. Let's get started, let's get building, and let's get doing things. Alrighty, let's upgrade the speed. We have the fallout of all of the bad stuff. We have a boom rat over here. I kinda want to get the boom rats into here and make them a mobile explosion unit. Basically. I've read some very heinous shit on Reddit yesterday. They use drop pods, they load boom rats into these drop pods, and then they drop the drop pods onto the enemy and, well, try to kill them that way, right? We have a volcanic winter, we have a volcanic winter, and we have a cold snap, so it's minus 29 outside. Home is actually a little bit cold. What do you know? Home is actually a little bit cold. Since home is a little bit cold, let's give them a little bit more heating. Since home is a little bit cold, let's give them a little bit more heating, shall we? Let's give them a little bit more heating, because it is quite bitingly cold, yes. We need to clear out all of this because we want to get the geothermal geyser here going, because this is not producing a lot of power. However, we do have a little bit of excess power, which is nice. We will go through here. We will make this a double-sided entrance, I think. We'll make this a double-sided entrance, pull that out here, and have this as our tree farm. We can let this go. We need to switch off our... There it goes. We need to switch off our cannons. Balrog is cleaning up. Sure, do that. Okay, food-wise. Corn is looking very steady. Corn is looking very steady. We have baby food if we need to. We have permission if we need to. We're currently lacking a little bit of meats, but wildlife is not that abundant. Actually, yeah, wildlife is not that abundant. We have this over here, but this is not really a lot. I know this is a very long walkway. I know this is a very long walkway. So let's get a singular shelf build. Let's build a singular shelf. Let's build a singular shelf, clear everything, make it critical, make it limestone blocks. Make it critical, make it limestone blocks. So, then we need Sauron. Sauron is building a limestone wall. Please prioritize on this. Get the material over there. Yeah, get the material over there. Let's hope they don't crash through here, but this should be triple walled. They should not use this as our entrance way. Of course, breachers are always a problem. Breachers are always a problem. We need to clear this out, like this. Now there should be lime blocks pulled over here. Is there? There should be lime blocks over there. We're harvesting trees. Alright. Alright, that's pretty good. We're harvesting trees, so let's make an order over here. Let's structure, let's go geo. Let's go geothermal. Geothermal, let's not allow the geothermal. Let's have orders. Let's have structures. Let's get limestone. Let's limestone all of this. What's this? This is a smashed chump. Let's get this chopped as well. Get this chopped, get this chopped. These two need to be chopped as well. Right. Let's get the wall over here, over here, over here. Let's ignore this roof area. Let's remove this roof over here, correct? Yes, we want to remove that roofing. Well, let's do it just like this so they don't build any roof at all. Now, we need to make a little pathway. We'll need to make a little pathway. Or really, we don't need to make a little pathway. Let's get power. Let's get power. Conduits over here. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Like this. And pull power down here. That's totally fine. This is a good pathway. And let's do this. So, limestone blocks are being added over here. We have limestone blocks. We do have limestone blocks. Are they on critical or are they on preferred? Let's see. They are on important. So this should fill up quite nicely. And it does. We can pull the limestone blocks from here. Okay. There we go. Let's leave this open so they don't have to go all around there. We have hungry pen animals. We have hungry pen animals because we can't do kibble. Currently we can't do kibble. So, let's have this be hay. Oh, this is hay. However, this is on critical. And this is also on critical. Ha, this is on critical. Let's get this to important. Right, let's get this to important. Our caravan is finally back home. Let's get this on important so the hay gets distributed. We have scanned underground for uranium. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Because if we go drill, we can put our drill over here and auto drill this. This is pretty cool. Okay. This is pretty cool. So we have the first really, really useful thing that we can build. Where is my loot? Ram is here. Where is Rem? Where is Rem? Hello? Where is Rem? Where is Rem? Okay, there's Rem, but where's Ram? Oh, they're already here. Okay. What are you doing? You need to be here, that's totally okay. Oh, nobody wanted to buy the backpacks. That's interesting. Yeah, we got a few chunks. Yeah, we got a few chunks. We got a few chunks. Great, I guess. We got a few chunks out of there. I feel like this is not a lot of space. Let's get more chunks in here. Where's Ram is here. Where's Rem? Where's Rem? She should be here as well somewhere. There she is. What's your stuff? Oh my god. Oh my god. You still have so much stuff. We're kind of lacking a chunk area. Let's get an expanded zone. Let's copy these settings. For now, I guess we could put some, I don't know. This is this is pretty bad. We don't really have space for this. This is kind of bad. Let's reinstall this here. This is kind of bad. We have cargo pods of steel. We need you, Rem. We need you to drop off your useful stuff at least. There we go. Okay, useful stuff has been at least dropped. What are you guys building? Nothing currently, because it is really, really, really far away. Because it is really, really far away. I need to employ more builders. I need to employ more builders. Rosie, sure. Rosie can help. This is for mining, right? This is for mining. Shelob can help. And Gimli shall help. Gimli shall help as well. It's not great, but we need some help with the mining stuff. So, with the building stuff, so that's totally fine. Rosie has failed the construction of these, so let's pause this for a moment. This is not important. This is totally not important, so let's pause all of this. Let's pause all of that. We need to get the wallings going. We need to get this going. We need to get the power going. We have starvation going on. Why? Are the animals not allowed to walk? No, the animals are allowed to walk. So why is this not working? This has no hay. Why does this have no hay? Hay, okay. This should have hay. This has hay. Hello, my dear fox. Why is the hay not being distributed? Now it is. It is distributing now. Okay. Okay, so hay is being distributed now to the feeders. I know they are very, very, very hungry. An imperial trader. A caravan. Okay, please, we need to buy some stuff. Or rather, we need to sell some stuff. What is the worth of our facility currently? It is back on 500,000, right? It is back on 500,000. We can't really be generous though. We don't really have anything to gift. We have a general worth of the base, unfortunately. But no matter, let's have them come in. Gimli is building stuff. He is slow, but he needs to help us. He needs to help us out. Kibble and stuff is being made. Ideally, we would buy some meat from these guys. Who does cremation? Cremate corpse. Any worker. Is Galadriel doing this? Yes, she technically could do this, but Galadriel is doing drugs currently. Okay. Galadriel, I need you to prioritize cremation, please. Yes, you need to prioritize cremation. And Samwise. Samwise, you need to please get a trade going. And while you do this, you can please call for a trade caravan. Can you please trade, my dude? Thank you. You need to trade. Ram here. Ram here can drop her chunks. Where the hell are you unloading your chunks? Nowhere, because you can't. Okay. Okay, so let's help you unload. Let's help you unload. Yeah, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Let's expand this zone over here. Okay, can we buy some meats? No, you guys do not have any meats. That's bad. You guys do not offer any kind of meat, which is bad. And that is a WhatsApp. I am sorry, I am muting WhatsApp. There we go. So, let's see. You don't have anything that I actually want to buy. You have a little bit of steel, which is nice. But I much rather get your money. Much rather get your money. I much rather get your money currently. Okay. Skill trainers. We have skill trainers. We have skill trainer melee and we have skill trainer melee. So we have 2 skill trainers of melee. So Balrog is the one that needs it the most. Balrog is the one that needs it the most. So you're using the first skill trainer of melee. And then there should be a next skill trainer of melee. Use the skill trainer melee. So Balrog needs to learn his melee. He is on 13, 16, 19.5. There we go. What do we have here? So we have a skill trainer in medicine. So Galadriel is medicine on 13. Eowyn is on 14. We'll give it to Eowyn and get her skill trainer medical. We have 1 crafting. And what's this? Another medical. So we have 2 medical skill trainers. So Eowyn will get 2 medical skill trainers. There we go. As she picked it up, she picked it up unfortunately. And I want you to learn skill trainer medical. And now she's 19 and she's double passionate in medical, which is a little bit of a waste, but it is what it is. So we need someone to upgrade his crafting. We need someone to upgrade his crafting. We know that Galadriel is already double passionate about it. We have Balin, who is not really passionate about it. But Balin is a handler. Balin is primarily a handler, so he has no real free time, honestly. He has no real free time. Arwen is a cook and a handler. She has no free time at all. We have Gimli, who is a miner. So Gimli technically has a little bit of free time. So we could try to use the skill trainer on him to get him maybe passionate about it. Because again, remember, after a certain skill level, they can become passionate about these things. But for now, let's leave the skill trainer out. Let's leave the skill trainer out. This wall is being built, which is very nice. We need to get rid of these few trees over there. We need to get rid of these few trees. Of course, we need to get rid of this steel. The lines are being built as well. That's very, very nice. So, our biggest problem is we do not have meats, which means our hay production is going down heavily. Means our hay production is going down heavily. You could say it's heavily going down. So Gimli is not too happy. Why? So why is Gimli not too happy? His needs. He's in serious pain. Fibrous mechanites. Okay, so he's in total pain because of the fibrous mechanites. So his needs: terrible speech, reclusely crowded, too many people. It's overwhelming. He saw a corpse. Yes, that kind of sucks. And he's sick. So Galadriel can do the last burn, please. That's the last burn you do, Galadriel. We have an inspired taming on Shelob. Shelob is not an animal handler, however she is passionate about it. So Shelob will tame this one, but it's sleeping. So we need to realize, once Shelob is awake, that she can tame an alpaca immediately. The walling here will be built pretty soon. Helm's Deep we will leave alone for a moment. Why is this Timberwolf puppy bleeding out? Because it had a fight with a rat, and the Timberwolf puppy is losing the fight with a rat with her life. happens, I guess. So why is Missy still here? Why is Missy not in her own bedroom? She's always going for this. Why? Missy should be in this bedroom here. I think I know why. I think I know why. Safe inside does not include this. Haha. Expand. Safe inside does not include this. This is why Missy can't go into her bedroom. Because safe inside does not include this. Which also now can exclude, if we go to zoning, clear allowed area. We can now clear this zone off right here. Because they can now go medical over the base itself. They can now go medical over the base itself. And safe inside will also include this, so they can go into this structure. We'll include this as well. Okay, that includes this. That's totally okay. So safe inside is now truly getting this, and Missy is now fully in her bed. Now we have a good safe inside area. So Gimli is carrying 2. That's the death Timberwolf puppy. That was to be expected. The rat also died. The rat also died. Is there any kind of meat on the field that we can steal out? Any? No. We should probably get into to do a hunting run. Yeah, we should probably get into doing a hunting run. So Sauron was sleeping, but Sauron is too important to pull off work. So Pippin goes into combat mode. You go into combat mode. Auron goes into combat mode. We have someone else in combat mode here, or 3 people are okay. Shelob is here, but she's a melee fighter, right? So let's not get Shelob into here. But Shelob can go into taming. Shelob can go into taming, tame the alpaca. So you guys need to go over here so we don't scare away the alpaca. 1 shot. 2 shot. Great. Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Very good. Great. So that is fresh new meat. We have a few more meats down here, so go down. Great, guys. Please get rid of the alpaca. There we go. Now go over here. Kill all of them. Wonderful shots, guys. Wonderful shots. Very good. Well shot, man. Let's finish this one off. We have this meat now available for us. Alrighty, so we have a little bit more meat over there. Let's hunt these ebexes. Or you know what? Let's try it. There we go. Mega Sloth is down, so that's nice. That's a lot of meat that is available now. Let's get rid of these ebexes here. And then we let these people have a little snack, because currently they have not had their breakfast. So let's get rid of this guy. Get rid of this guy. Allow this. Legolas up-leveled his shooting skill. Nice, nice. Up-leveled his shooting skill. That's pretty cool. And now we have a little bit of extra meat for our storage, which is nice. And let's see what's going on. This is happening. This is really nice. Gimli is building the limestone wall. So he has to, well, not delete that tree apparently. Shelob's helping. With cargo pods again. Cargo pods in the middle of our base. Let's get the slag chunk from the cargo pod drop. Everything here is... I think we never need chunks ever again. I don't think we ever need chunks ever again. Okay, guarding for the Lassos. The Lassos knight has been caught in bed with the wrong person. He imprisoned the inappropriate lover in a show of rejection. Now he wants you to keep the prisoner, Jartan Kexiorki, caged until the scandal blows over in 12 days. Kexi is sick with blood rot and will require daily treatment. Okay, so... that requires... not much effort, and we're getting 8 components out of it. Let's do this. Kexi arrived. Let's capture Kexi. Let's capture Kexi. And let's see. We want to have her maintain only? No, we want to have her converted. We want to have her converted to our ideology. Because currently she is in our ideology, so let's make her maintain only. Scanned underground plus steel. Okay, we're getting more and more stuff at useful spots. We have a trader, a exotic trader from Vogol coming in. Hopefully they have a little bit of meat for us, so we have a little bit of meat in excess. We need to get rid of this storage, honestly. We need to get rid of this storage. We need to plant 2 small storages. We need to get rid of that storage. We need to plant... we need to get 2 regular storages in here. Yep, we need to get 2 regular storages in here. So we have 1 for kibble, 1 for hay. Which is more to my liking. We have another underground scanner, which is steel. Let's leave that running for a little bit. Do we have a little bit more art that we can install? We do. We do have a little bit more art that we can install. Let's get the art distributed into our home. We have another art over there. Let's get more art distributed. So there is more happy faces in this colony. Because currently we are lacking beauty in these rooms. Okay. Let's see. Good sculpture. A good sculpture is good enough, right? So excellent, excellent, excellent. This excellent here can be here. And we have another good one over here. Now I think everybody has 2 sculptures. Yes, I think now everybody has 2 sculptures. Samwise, you are unloading Rem still. You are still unloading Rem, which is freaking funny. You are still unloading Rem. Super funny. Wow, she has so much corn in her inventory. Please get all of that into storage. That would be nice. Why are you so far away? Is there a caravan spot? Is there a trading spot? There is no trading spot. Why is there no trading spot in the game? Why is there no trading spot? Oh, Kexi Herder is no longer incapable of walking. We miraculously cured the illness. Get the plasteel. Has some advanced components. Has some gold. And we really do not have anything else. Honestly. We currently really don't have anything. We have sculptures, but we're using these sculptures. We don't really have anything to trade currently. Yeah, we currently really don't have anything to trade. But I want the gold. And I want the plasteel and the advanced components. They have a warg though. They have a warg. Do I want to have the warg? No. We have so much stuff. We have so much stuff. I'm not buying the warg. We have a warg, but we have so much stuff, guys. If we look into our animals, we look into our warg. Where's our warg? Warg is a male. Samwise, unfortunately, you have to return. I want to have the female warg. I want to have the female warg. There we go. I want to have the female warg so we can have warg children. And have them for the final battle. So I'm gonna buy that warg. I'm gonna buy that warg. I'm gonna give you back a little bit of gold. Right. You know what? I'm not giving you gold. I'm not giving you gold. I'm giving you a little bit of survival meals. Now we have the female warg. Now we go to auto slaughter. Currently we have... how many mega sloths? We want to have 4 adult mega sloths, 4 of these, 4 of these, 4 of these. So that gives us a 12er. This gives us 12 mega sloths. No, 16 mega sloths. And that's fine for now. That's fine for now. Slaughter pregnant, sure. Slaughter pregnant, sure. We need to get this under control. Yep, we need to get this under control. So, we've scanned underground for uranium. Okay, we're now getting our stuff. However, we're still building things. Limestone is over there. Ha, would you look at that? This is done. So, zone, let's structure. Let's get the limestone wall. Let's close this out. Let's close this out, and then we are building our wall over there, our entrance. We're building our entrance over there. So everybody needs to go out of here. Gimli, you need to clear out this wall immediately, because currently there's no animal inside. Currently there is no animal inside, so you should build this. And don't you dare to botch it. There we go. Now this is done, which is very, very, very good. Let's clear all of this. And now we make our way. We need to make our way into here. So this needs to be reinstalled here. This needs to be reinstalled here. And then we need to order. This to be mined out. We need this to be a door. So structure, wooden door is fine. Let's get a wooden door over here. Yep. Because this is now inaccessible for everything. So we need to make it inaccessible for us. Helm's Deep is back on normal, so that's nice. So Helm's Deep is back on normal. That's very good. We still have a mechanoid slag chunk over here. Okay, we have a minor break risk. Gimli is really not feeling happy. Gimli is really, really, really not feeling happy. Let's counsel Gimli. Let's counsel Gimli, say that everything's gonna be alright. And it increases his mood by 8. Wonderful. Okay, people are recoloring their stuff. Okay, this is over. So let's get this to Tinctora and allow sewing. Home is back on 21 degrees, which is to be expected. The home is now back on 21 degrees. We have -10 in the freezer. That's pretty cool. They have heating units as well. That's also very nice. I know this is not ideal. This is definitely not ideal, but it is what it is. It's a natural building, right? You need a warg. A warg would be pretty cool. Like, a warg would be pretty cool. Kind of scary, but you would probably never get attacked ever again. And we have a solar flare. Great. This is bad. This is bad. Gimli. Gimli, my dude. He has gained a passion. He has gained the passion. No, he does not gain a passion. So let's get him off of building for number 1. Let's get him on number 1 for mining. Let's get Gimli out of here. So let's let him mine out of this. We can move this battery. So we reinstall this battery over here. But we can wait with that. We can wait with that. Okay. This should still be the outside. It is inside. It is getting heated up by the solars. The freezer is still looking fine with the solar flare, honestly. The outside is so cold that the indoors should not like really heat up quickly. Okay, so let's get this reinstalled over here. We need to have more orders. Let's get structure. Let's get structure. Let's build a granite door here because this is a door to the outside. We need to keep that as secure as possible. Let's get another mining job done. Let's get the mining job over here. We have an inspired taming on Balrog. Balrog cannot handle animals at all. Like at all. We have 2 new mega sloths on the field. So I think we're gonna get our hunting team back in action. Let's get our hunting team back in action. Let's get the mega sloths for a little bit more meat. Let's get the hunting team back in action. Three are already here. Balin is coming in. Well shot already. A little bit further down here. Alright, the first one is dead. Now let's get the second one killed. Because that is an amazing source of meat. I really don't think that we have ever a problem with hunting mega sloths, honestly. Guys, go back to work, please. Let them finish it. There we go. Alright, so let's pick everything up. Let's get home. Okay, so that is a bunch more meat when we butcher these mega sloths. What meats are currently available? Pork. Lots of pork, so we have all of our wild pigs slaughtered, sure. So, has the mining job being done? Yes, the mining job has been done. So, let's get another set of doors. Get a granite door replaced here, and this can be a wooden door here. That's not a problem. We need to, however, floor this accordingly. We need to floor this accordingly. There we go. And once we are gone with the volcanic winter, we're getting cocoa planted here, and this gets removed. Because we are making space for our spaceship. So let's get this in allowed again. The handlers have so much to do. A hideaway from Batman is passing by. It's Purple Senra. Okay, it's Purple Senra. No idea what we can do with this guy. So, okay, after this has been said and done, we should get into walkways. We should get into walkways, which means we'll make one walkway over here. We'll make one walkway over here. So the enemy is forced to go all the way around here. Or we'll do it differently and we're forcing them all the way around here. I think that's the better idea. I think that's the better idea. That we force the enemy to go all the way around here. That gives us tons and tons of time to do anything. Yeah, it gives us tons and tons of time to do something. So, which also means I might dig out this little part right here. dig out this little part and force the enemies to walk all the way around here and basically go down here, so that the enemy never ever really travels in this part. So that means if I want to do that, have a granite door over here and have a little wall section over here, so they will never ever come into this section ever again. And if we make it so that the enemy has to walk down here and up here, we can have this as a little bombardment maze as well. So the enemy, if the enemy ever spawns in this section right here, will probably have a good day or two so that the enemy doesn't even reach us, which is quite nice. However, I kinda do not want to build doors. We have a psychic drone high on females. That's bad, which means our females are having a really big mood impact. We could do an execution. We could do a fair of Brie, but that always summons vendors. Let's summon the Fair of Brie once we have an attack going on. Let's summon the Fair of Brie once we have an attack going on. So Balin right here has lots and lots of stuff. He has now a double construction passion. So Balin is really nice for construction. We can see they are using this double out relatively often. So we are saving a little bit of time going that way. This is quite the warm room over here. So we might need to put a vent in here. We might need to put a vent into here because this is getting dangerously hot. This is actually getting dangerously super hot. So let's build a vent. Let's build a vent over here. Balin should be home, right? Balin, you need to prioritize this vent right here. There we go. Now construct this. And this should clear out the heat quite nicely. And it does. It is clearing out the heat quite nicely. Now we've double doored this for a little airlock. And this is now removing all of the heat. That's very good. That was a problem, yeah. Okay, quest available. Tremendous construction. Helamex serums. Circadian half cycler. A signal redirector which isolates half of the brain, allowing the other half to sleep while the user remains outwardly awake. By altering the brain halves, the user never needs to sleep. Unfortunately, two hemispheres are better than one. Working with a half brain causes reduction in consciousness. No. This is too big of a project that we can easily fill, and the rewards honestly quite terrible. So let's get this, build a copy. Let's have this copy over here, and let's paste this, copy this, paste this, and now we go for limestone. We go for limestone blocks again. And we put some limestone blocks in here because we still need to double wall this thing. We still need to double wall this thing. And hopefully this will be fine. We also need to put 1 or 2 guns here. So Rem is still overloaded with chunks. Rem is still overloaded with chunks. So Rem, I need you to go somewhere here so I can give you these chunks. Okay, Sauron, please don't box yourself in. Please don't box yourself in. Oh my god, my dude. Don't box yourself in, will ya? We have an ambrosia sprout in the middle of our base, which is nice but also wrong because this will get eaten away. So, grow zone. Grow zone over here, grow zone over there, grow zone, grow zone, grow zone, grow zone. This allows sowing. Tinctura is on the making, so people can recolor their gear pretty soon. We're getting our limestone chunks. We need to finish this right here. Once this is finished, we can start on double walling this, and then we will start on doing the long wall. Yeah, then we will start on doing the long wall. I think we're gonna do it just the way I intended it to. So that means that we need an order. We need this to be a tunnel right here. We need this to be a tunnel. Yeah, we need this to be a tunnel. Right, we need this to be a tunnel. There will be no wall here. So if there is no door... maybe there will be a door. Who knows? Oh, we have another geyser over there. Did not know that. It's actually really good. Oh god, yeah, that's really good. We have another geyser over there. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So... this needs to be done. This is soon done. Alright, I think the outside wall honestly is actually more important. I honestly think the outside wall is actually a little bit more important. And we need to make limestone blocks. So Galadriel, make yayo. She's making yayo. I want you to be a little bit more attentive to the limestone. So after you have slept... she's making a lot of yayo though. I currently don't really want to like disturb her. But she's sleeping now. And I want her to be making me some stone blocks. Yeah, we're making some stone blocks with Galadriel. So we'll force her to eat something. And then we will take care of everything else. Okay, this needs components. We still have a few components over here. Lexi miraculously healed, I guess. So Galadriel, is she back on her feet? Not yet. Okay. So this should be mined pretty soon. There's Gimli. We have a flue. We have a giant flue, which kinda sucks. Why are you watching television? Dude, you're already here. Dude, you're already here. So, you need to mine. Unfortunately, I will force you to mine. I will force you to mine because you're already here. And you're not that recreation stuffed. So Galadriel woke up. Let's have a short little look at Galadriel. She's consuming a meal, so let's attentive to Gimli a little bit more. Okay. Now, Galadriel is tending to Eowyn. Okay, she needs to do medical duties. Sure. Let's get her medical duties done. Let's prioritize mining, please, my dude. There we go. Please prioritize the mining. I know you're recreation starved. We have a daze on Sauron because of psychite addiction. He has withdrawal. My dude, why do you have withdrawal? Oh well. This is now open. This is now open, which means our initial plan can go to fruition. She's tending to Pippin, so she's doing medical things. She's tending to Balin, okay, so medical things are on her way. Why are you... oh, right, you're feeding meals. Right, you're feeding meals. So you need to do that. So the med bay, honestly, should be near here. The med bay should be pretty here. You're making yayo, I know, but I want you to please cut stones currently. I need you to cut stones. Right. This no longer needs to be on critical. Let's get this off critical for now. Let's get this off critical for now. And Galadriel, please go back to cutting. You have your tables over there. Because that's a lot of walking you would do. And I need you to be on crafting duty for today. Where's Sauron? Sauron is currently dazed. Where's Balin? Balin is sick. So building will not continue currently. Eowyn is tending to the medical needed, which is great. I think we are going to call someone. We need a trader. We need a trader. And I think we're going to call Legazo. And I want to have a trade caravan. And I want to have a bulk goods trader. I want to have a bulk goods trader. Because we need to sell a few things. Okay, we still have not made any of the multi-tools. A Timberwolf puppy again has been bitten to death. Because the puppy tried to kill a guinea pig. And that obviously failed. Sadness. Sadness Everdeen. So no building is currently advancing. Faramir is doing lots and lots and lots of underground scanning. So we have some massive uranium here, massive steel here, so that's a good vein. We have a few other things here. So we're definitely scanning the underground. We have a little bit of gold here. Okay. So this is accessible now. That's great. Which means we are disallowing sowing of these things currently. Or no, we are keeping sowing around if we ever need to. Let's get one of these zones right here. Expand the zone. Let's get this zone right here. Let's copy this zone. Let's paste this zone. So Rem can finally unload everything. Oh, she is finally unloaded. That took a while. Rem and Ram are finally unloaded. So we have another extra section over there now. I need to get these moved. So these marble chunks need to be moved. Okay. We have a raid. So where are they coming in? Separate groups, transport pods nearby. So transport pods are landing. So we have one over there. We have one over there. Are they attacking immediately? They want to tunnel around my defenses. We're not gonna have that. The enemy is purely melee. The enemy is purely melee. We're not having that. We're not having that. So, these are not a lot of people. So, let's split them apart. Let's get 5 of these people over here. Let's get 5 people over here. 2 melee fighters over here. I know Balin gets all of the animals, which is not what I want. Let's get another team here. Another 3 here. Now Balin gets all of the fighting animals. That is what I do not want. I want Arwen to get Rem. We need to get one of the other melee guys on animal handling. Yeah, we need one of the melee guys to go animal handling. Because we need them to have the skill to command the animals. Do we need one of them to go animal handling? Which Shelob accidentally is doing. He's not doing it very well. So, let's just not give them time to dig around. Let's not give them time to dig around. Barmia, come out. We need a melee defender here. Let's not even give them the space. These guys are already fleeing. Shoot. Very nice. Now you guys can go here. We'll capture this guy. We'll capture this guy. You should be 5 people. You should be totally okay. Come on. We're not letting them touch our walls whatsoever. They're all melee fighters. We do not care. Where is my melee? There is my melee. So Balrog Arwen. Go into defensive positions. You need to shoot this guy. There we go. Well done. Let's get the next guy focused. Oh, there is a shotgun. Let's get Gimli running. Let's get Gimli running. There we go. Gimli attack melee rare. There we go. Gimli go out. This is gonna be a kill. Yes, this is gonna be a kill. Well survived. Let's capture Kit. Let's capture Kit. He's bleeding out in 4 hours. We need to... Ooh, he is badly wounded. Balrog, you can't do medical. You need to... Let's see. Can we get Auron? Let's get Auron on medical really quickly. Let's get Auron on medical because he will die if I don't tend to this guy. Nope. So he will die. Doesn't matter. It's just a raider. But we have done everything. Balin is back on action and everything's good. Alright, these raiders did nothing. Well done. Good defense. Good defense, guys. Well done. Happy. Happy, happy, happy. So, are we saving this guy? Or is he going like, Galadriel, you need to be here, please. Galadriel, you need to be here. And you need to tend to him. He's dying in 2 hours. You need to tend to him. Can you tend to him? Let's see. He's already tending. She's already tending. Okay. So, will he survive? He's dead in 1 hour. And he will survive. Alrighty, he will survive. So, he is... Let's look at his bio. He is a waster. They must take Psychite, usually Flake or Yayo. He is a massive medicine man. He's intellectual and he's a good fighter. I don't want him in our team. I don't want him in our team. Now, our unwaveringly loyal person is an Impet. The Impet would be pretty nice to get, but can't take him because he's unwaveringly loyal. Okay. Good. So, everything here is doing quite nicely. Do we have some limestone blocks now? We have 600 limestone blocks. We have slate, right? We have granite. We have sandstone. So, I would say we are beginning the long walk. I'd say we're beginning the long walk. So, let's take our structure. Let's take our structure. Let's make this sandstone because we have sandstone in access. Let's make this The long walk. Let's make this the long walk. There we go. No, this is actually not necessary, right? This is actually not necessary. We need to do it here. There's a little bit of yayo. We have lots of stuff here. Let's get this collected. So we need to wall this section right here. Let's make doors, however. So let's make a sandstone door here, a sandstone door here. Okay. I want to block this off. I want to block this off. So let's make a sandstone bridge system here as well. I want to block off the river. I don't trust this river to be crossable by the enemy. They have never done it once. However, if I force them to do that, they might do it. So let's get this sectioned off right here. Let's get this entire thing sectioned off. So they are forced to go here. And with this already in place, that would force them to go this super long way. Except if they are breachers. Except if they are breachers. So let's take sandstone in here. Let's take sandstone blocks in here. And get sandstone preemptive. And Arwen is pregnant. And Arwen is pregnant. We're getting too many children! Balrog has finally done it. Balrog is becoming a father. Oh well. Balrog is becoming a father. Oh well. Let's chop some trees. Chop, chop. Let's chop some trees. Balrog has finally done it. He is becoming a father. Okay, Sauron is still in a haze. Sauron is still in a haze. His right lung is destroyed by a gunshot. We need to get Sauron into one of the... we need to give him a recycle. He needs to be cycled. Yeah, Sauron needs to be cycled. Sauron is no longer wandering in a psychotic state. So please go in for bioregeneration. You do not have any condition that can be wood? Medic cycle. Flu minor. Bioregeneration. He does not have anything. Okay. So what is going on? So we need to have a heal. I want to test something. So we cannot regenerate the lung. We cannot regenerate the lung. So we take our healer max serum. Where's our healer serum? Do we still have? We don't have a healer serum. Oh, we don't have a healer serum. So he's living with a right lung that is destroyed. Ooh. So can we give him bionic lungs? Is that a thing? Can we give him bionic lungs? No, not really. We cannot give him bionic lungs. That's kinda not great. That's kinda not great. Now, is it? That's kinda not great. That's kinda not great. So we need a healer serum for our dude. We need a healer serum. We have an infection. We have an infection on one of our peoples. Sandstone is here. So they're building bridges. That's great. So let's get some sandstone structure over this. Let's get some sandstone structure over this. However, I do not trust them to not attack us here. So I want to section this off as well. I want to section this off too. We have a manhunter puck. Mega sloths. Woo! That needs defensive positions. That needs defensive positions. So that needs defensive positions. Is everybody coming home? Everybody's coming home currently. So that needs defensive positions. However, let's let the people sleep. But we need to take a good watch so that they don't leave. Because currently the Megasloths are here. Okay, so the Megasloths are here. Rosie is coming out. So let's get Rosie into fighting shape. Rosie, you need to go over here though. Balin is coming out. The Balin goes into combat mode as well. I think Legolas, Faramir, Samwise, Balin, Auron and Gilrain go also into combat mode. Oh, where's the combat happening? Oh, the Arctic Wolf unfortunately opened up a door. We have a Megasloth enemy that is in here. And he will start breaking down walls and such. That's bad. That's our Megasloth. Ha, that's our Megasloth. My bad. Okay, guys. We need you to be attacker. We need you guys to be attackers. Our Megasloth is fighting another Megasloth. That's bad. Our Megasloth is fighting a different Megasloth. Guys, let's get into defense. Oh god, you're not using your ranged weapons. Auron, range. Gilrain, range. Faramir, Legolas, shoot. Oh god, this is bad. Why are you not equipping your ranged weapons? Guys, holy crap, man. Why do you not have your hammer? Why do you not have your hammer? Oh my god, this is going terribly. Okay, guys. Ooh, this is going terribly. Guys, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Our Megasloth needs rescuing. We still have 3 Megasloth enemies over there. Forward. Shoot. Forward. Defensive positions. Rosie in front. Our Megasloth got shot by us. Next one. There is someone coming here. Rosie down. Everybody attack. Good. Up here. Rosie there. Shoot, shoot, shoot. And that's the last one. Alright, so. Immediately shoot this. Everybody off combat. Faramir, rescue this Megasloth. Rescue this wolf. No, Erwin is already doing it. Doesn't matter. Rescue this Megasloth. Is this an enemy? This is an enemy. So, who are you saving? You're not saving this. You are shooting this one. Samwise, combat as well. You guys need to shoot him dead. And now anti-combat. Alrighty. So we're tending to that wolf over there. That's nice. We got a little bit of extra meat from these. Some of these were already rotten, hence why they were manhunters. So orders, allow this. Okay, Megasloth 3 died from blood loss, unfortunately. So Megasloth 3 died from blood loss, which is not Mumak and Flash. Mumak and Flash are still doing fine, but one of our children, or juvenile rather, just died. Doesn't matter, it's fine. It's honestly super fine. We have so many animals. This is not really going to help us. Is somebody still moving? Samwise, you're not moving, but I want you to rescue the Arctic wolf, please. I want you to rescue the Arctic wolf. There we go. Okay. Quite the eventful episode so far. So, Sauron has a destroyed lung. So he is definitely inhabited by his breathing. So he is definitely weakened now. The right lung is taking a giant toll on him. Okay. What is he doing though? He is resting. Why are you resting? You are pretty full. Okay. Good. So that's a lot of food now. We have a major break risk. Again with Gimli. Drink Psychi tea, my friend. Ravenously hungry. Please eat. Please eat. Okay, so we have 3 bedridden people currently. Probably still with the flu, is that correct? Fibrous mechanites, so we still have mechanites. So this needs tending. So ideally, you need to sleep more. So you will tend to her. The flu needs tending pretty soon as well. I think we need a 3rd doctor. I think we need a 3rd doctor. We need a 3rd person who cannot fight. Or must not fight, rather. So this is unfortunately quite heavy. We need to move the prison. We need to move the prison. We have lots of colors though, so we now have a lot of dye available. But we need to move the prison. We need to move the prison. Lots of underground scanning. Lots of underground scanning. Let's disable this for now. We have Arwen and Balrog's marriage going on. With a bleeding puppy on the side. So where's the marriage? Balrog? Attending marriage ceremony. He's playing billiards. Okay, so not many people are in the ceremony, I guess. The social skills are just a little bit rising. We have a caravan approaching, finally. A little bit late, though. Little bit late. So, Rosie is not building. She's attending the ceremony. Would you please finish building the door? Would you please finish building the door? Sauron is resting up. He is still in bad health. The flu is almost... He's almost immune to the flu, which is good. So, Balrog and Arwen have married. The people are celebrating in the occasion. So where's our trader? Is the trader already here? Nope, he's still walking. Let's have the trader still walking. They are walking very, very far though. So where are you guys walking? Why are you stopping down there? Oh my god, are you stupid? Okay. We still face the volcanic winter. So we still face the darkness. This is definitely super full. And now the trader are leaving. Great. So our our cold trader unfortunately left for the dangerous situation. We have a medical attention. Vashtraat has a medical attention. Okay, is someone tending to him? Infection needs tending. Oh yeah, that's bad. Galadriel. She is tending to Vashtraat. Okay, so please tend, because that's bad. So we have not built this yet. Has she seen a corpse? She probably has seen a corpse, that's correct. We don't really have a space for enemy raiders. Let's make a zone. Let's expand the zone over here. Let's get everything cleared. Copy this. Paste this. Now this is a critical zone. Let's make this into an important zone. We need corpses. We need human-like corpses. We need stranger corpses. And human corpses. And then we need fresh corpses over there. So all of the corpses can be moved into there. Okay, so we can move these corpses to the side. The flu has been tended really nicely. Samwise, can you please clean the hospital before you take a rest in the hospital? Because the care is much better if you guys have a clean hospital. Rest until healed. There we go. Okay. So we have lots of medical treatment needed. We have animal filth, that's fine. Balin needs medical attention. He is medically attended, so that's totally okay. He gains immunity, that's great. Sauron, what's Sauron doing? He is definitely in a bad spot. We need healer serums. We don't have a quest for healer serums, right? And we have a raid. They're preparing for a while and then they will attack. So we have one pack over here. And they are a primitive pack. Okay, so the enemy can technically only go through Helm's Deep. Technically, they can only go through Helm's Deep. So we could try to bombard them. And I think that's a good idea. But we could also just save this. The question in here lies, do we want to save the minigun turrets or do we want to save some shells? I think we're gonna save the minigun turrets. We're manning the mortars. We're manning the mortars. You guys will hold fire. So let's man the mortars. They are preparing to shoot. Let's give them a little peace of mind, shall we? All three are ready. We are setting the target. And we are shooting. Here's a shot. Shot is flying and that took out a bunch of enemies. The enemy is not attacking. So let's keep firing, guys. There should be the next shot flying in pretty soon. 1, 2. The shots are flying in. Landed badly, landed badly. The enemy is beginning the attack. Let's get into combat mode, guys. Now, combat. everybody into combat mode, even though we don't really need it, but that's why we want to break off sections again. Let's get everybody into combat mode. The enemy is still... Okay, we got a shot still off, and it hit some enemies. Vashktrak has died cause of the infection. That's totally okay. That's a prisoner after all. This Timberwolf is not gonna make it. This Timberwolf's not gonna make it, unfortunately. Oh. Sure. Okay, this Timberwolf is gonna make it. Okay. Now a Timberwolf puppy died, unfortunately. So now the Timberwolf is not making it. And the Arctic Wolf here is also not gonna make it. That's fine. We're gonna lose a few wolves though this time around. Yep, we're gonna lose a few wolves this time around. Doesn't matter, we have so many animals. We are very much good to go. We have so many animals, a few animalistic deaths is not really our problem. Okay, so let's get people behind barracks. Let's get people behind barracks. Where the hell is Balin? Balin is here. Let's go over here. Gollum takes this side. Why is no one... Oh, wow. A war merchant from Bedman is approaching. Too far away to help us. Too far away to help us. However, Helm's Deep is in action. Helm's Deep is in action. So, Auron still with a gun over here. Leowen over here. There we go. Everybody is in defense mode now. Our Walk is probably dead now, but the Walk is technically an amazing fighter, but he is burning currently. We have a lot of enemies here dying in a few hours, dying pretty soon, But again, no problem. We can easily manage this. There they are. Let's have them at it. Wonderful. Helm's Deep, let's go. And they are leaving because they are scared as heck. Which means you all will go here. You guys will go over here. You will get them into melee combat. And you want to get some of them out. Because they want to leave right here through the wall. But let's not have them. Let's not have them. The war merchant is here, so let's help them out. Okay. Let's get these guys over here. Let's capture this guy right here. Oh, that's a friendly. Hobbits is a friendly. There they are. So let's have combat with these guys. Okay. Have we all killed them? We probably have all killed them. Yeah, we have all killed them. Doesn't matter. We have all killed them. Everybody's dead. Are they? Oh, we have enemy raiders over here. We have enemy raiders over here. So let's kill another bunch of raiders. Let's not leave. There's the next one. We have downed one. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, now everybody's gone. We can now capture Nice. Is there another person we can capture? Is there another person we can capture, or is everybody truly dead? Everybody seems to be truly dead. Everybody seems to be truly dead. This person is bleeding out in 0.9 hours, so that's fine too. Okay. So we have been combated quite a lot this round. Let's get everything on allow. Alright, so. Everything's on allow, everything's fine. Rosie and Shelob got damaged. Right ring finger is torn off. Another timber wolf, another arctic wolf died. It's fine. Has a bruise, totally okay. Critical alert fire. Well, not really. So. I think the finger we can heal of Rosie, right? Can we heal the finger of Rosie? Can we heal the finger of Rosie? Bioregeneration. These conditions will be healed. Okay, so Rosie can go into the bioregeneration cycle. That's totally fine. She has a bruise on the neck. So you can go in for the bruise of your neck as well. Nice. Nice, nice. So, we need to get this wall done. We have a medical emergency on Nice. So she's tending to Nice already. That's good. So is Nice somebody we want? He's plants and he's a crafter. He's an intellectual. No, we do not want Nice, but let's convert him to our ideology anyways. Do we need to upgrade a social worker? Warden. Currently Galadriel is our warden, but Pippin honestly should do that as well. Pippin should be a warden and Samwise should be a warden. So let's get Samwise. Let's get Samwise to do the warden job, right? Let's get Samwise into the warden jobbing. Galadriel can go off warden. And we will have Samwise now being the main child carer and warden. So he can learn some social skills. Sure. I guess. Sure, I guess. Okie dokie, so because you saw that if there's a door, they're trying to break the doors down. Once they're leaving, that is. If they're leaving, they're trying to break the doors down. And I touched my eyes, which is bad. Okay. So they are in bioregeneration cycle. They are in bioregeneration cycle. That's nice. We have a vendor over here. So Samwise. Samwise is currently healing. Galadriel is tending to Legolas. So Samwise, I want you to step out and I want you to talk with Crow, the war merchant. I want you to talk with the war merchant. Yes, I know he is bad at talking currently. Oh, the enemy has grizzly bears. Ah, the traitor has grizzly bears. Do we want to get the grizzly bears? Oh, do we want to get the grizzly bears? Okay, so let's sell all of the weapons that we have. Not the Thrumble plushie though. Yes, okay. So we are buying the grizzlies. Okay, so we're buying the grizzlies. Okay, we need to get rid of... What? Right. We need to get the warhammers back on our people. Because it's annoying me that we don't have a warhammer on our people. Okay, so... Can we sell the backpacks? We can't sell the backpacks, unfortunately. So do we have something that is on 60% here? Yes, I see already one thing that is at 60%. Let's get this over here. The camel hide is at 60. Okay, that's also at 60. This is at 60, this is also at 60. We still have a few statues. And we have enough money to buy the grizzly bears. Okay, we have the grizzly bears. Not my choice. The chat chose for me. We now have grizzly bears. So Eoric died and now we have 2 more Eorics. So let's buy the grizzlies. Let's buy the grizzlies. Yogi and Boo Boo. Yogi Bear. I don't know, Yogi. I can't do this anymore. So Yogi and Boo Boo. So we have Yogi. He will train to attack and rescue. He will also train... No, he will just train to be attacker. He will just train to be an attacker. And Boo Boo. So we have Yogi and Boo Boo now. Both of them will learn to be attackers. And we now have Yogi and Boo Boo. Yogi and Boo Boo will become safe, clean animals. Animal clean. We still have tons and tons of wolves. Tons of wolves. It really doesn't matter that we lost 1 or 2 of them. Really. It really doesn't matter that we lost 1 or 2 of them. We have so many wolves. Okay. Stuff's happening. We got attacked loads of times this time around. Balrog has an inspired taming. Balrog has an inspired taming. He can't really do anything with that, can he? We have a Boomalob, we have Toxalob, we have... What's this? A turkey. What's the turkey skill? Let's see, what's the turkey skill? Minimum handling skill is 4, so he can't get the turkey. Can he get the donkey? Minimum handling skill is... Where it is? Minimum handling skills. Where is it? Handling. So minimum handling skill 0. So this donkey right here will be tamed by Balrog. Prioritize taming donkey. So because that is a given that he gets it. Nobody else is currently in need of anything. Sauron, where's Sauron? Sauron is still healing. He still has the flu. He still has not recovered from the flu. So he's in a bad spot. He's in a bad spot currently. Research. Biosculpting. Let's say flesh shaping, nose shaper, and what's this? So this is only for aesthetics. Healing factor, healing enhancer. Okay, no health problems. So we can't really give him a new lung. There is always the danger in transplanting a lung, obviously. Can we harvest lungs? Is that possible? Let's look into hell. Let's look into this. Can we harvest a lung? We can harvest lungs. We can harvest a lung. So, you are unwaveringly loyal, is that correct? You guys are not unwaveringly loyal. I think we're gonna get the right lung from this person. I think this will be our first... The left lung is destroyed. So this will be our first harvest of any organ that we've done. Yep, let's harvest the right lung with this person. And let's give Sauron a new right lung. This kind of sucks. I really don't want to do organ harvesting. But that's what we gotta do, right? It's what we gotta do. So who will perform? We have a growth moment for Sowen. Sowen has reached the biological age of 10 and has experienced a growth moment. She has developed a number of new passions, studying science. Sowen enjoys learning about meals, cooking, and most of all, she loves nature running. She is now old enough to do Dr. Warden construction art, and we have 3 skills that we can give her. And we said we want to have a doctor, right? But she can't become a doctor. Not currently. We could reinforce the animal trait. We could reinforce the animal trait. We have enough melee fighters. I don't think we ever need another melee fighter. What is the trait? We can make her psychotically dull. She's not affected by psychotic phenomena. We can make her neurotic, so she's a better worker. Fast sleeper, low learner. Let's make her neurotic. Let's make her neurotic. Let's make her a good crafter and good at social. There we go. Select 3 passions. We selected 3 passions. Okay. So there we go. Alright. 1 medical patient awaits a operation. Do we have a lung now? Right lung. Prioritize operating on kid. He will no longer have a lung, so he is definitely super duper dead. But that's what a raider unfortunately has to experience. Well, and he will definitely die. There we go. He definitely died. We got a lung now. We got a lung now. And now Sauron will get a operation edible. And we're going to add a lung to him. Install. Where is it? Lung. Install right lung. Right lung we need. Install right lung. And he will now gain a lung. And our best medical person. Our best medical person will get the operation done. So she will get the operation done. So first she's gonna feed Sauron, and then she's gonna rip out his broken lung, and she's gonna hopefully place in the right lung. Let's give Sauron a new lung, shall we? Let's hope for the best. Anything can fail, but she is a level 20 medical person. So this should be pretty cool. And he should get a transplanted right lung right now. And did it fail? No, it worked. There we go. Sauron has 2 lungs again. Now our mate can breathe again. This kind of sucks. We need to hold this, please. Why is this on hold in here? Get this holding. Thank you. Alrighty. So. Sauron back on 2 lungs. That's great. Sauron is back on 2 lungs. Lovely, lovely stuff. Let's get this allow sewing off. Because we have so much coloring, we don't really need it. Everybody, however, is colored in the Shire's color. Very cool. Everybody's colored in the Shire's color. So, Sauron is... well, he is definitely... I'm just not gonna... guys, you know what it is. I'm just not gonna entertain it at this point. Goodbye, spammer, scammer. No, you do not deserve to be a Pokemon. Blacklisted. Goodbye. Fuck you, scammer. I'm just not even gonna entertain it today. I'm just not gonna entertain it. Friendly reminder, guys, please don't be scammed on Twitch. Don't be a scammer. Don't be scammed on Twitch. If you wanna learn how to spot the scammers, come into the stream, twitch.tv/Hanazaki, or watch the VODs on LivePlay HZTV. Obviously, I can't react to you in the VODs on YouTube, but please come on over to the Twitch live stream, and well, I can tell you all the ways to spot these scammers, and I've gotten quite good at it, and my track record so far for the last half year, 35 3/4 of the year, where the scammers appeared more often. Currently, my win rate in spotting them is a nice 100%. I have spotted every single one of them, and not once have I been complained by a real human. So, guys, I can spot them really, really well. Honestly, every small streamer should be able to spot them. However, you see many threads on Reddit, for example, on the Twitch subreddit, for example, who critically explain that they fell for this scam. They sent them $150 and nothing happened. And here's how the scam usually works. They're trying to sell you art. This is what they usually do. They're trying to sell you art. They're trying to get your Discord, so your name comes on a scamming list. This scamming list is distributed to other scammers, so you will never be off that list. If they have a Discord server, they will try to whisper every single person in that server, not only trying to sell them art, but also trying to hijack their Discord accounts, because all of these accounts are either made or hijacked that try to scam you, and then they're trying to sell you something. Then they give you, in most cases, a AI generated graphic, but that's not the original graphic. If you want the original graphic, you need to pay extra for that original graphic. So they're trying to do all the crime tactics that are out there. And please, guys, do not be scammed. I know how to spot them. Come into the Twitch stream and we can have a good laugh about them. Because sometimes I feel like entertaining their information. Because I know I can't be scammed by them. So I know how to defend myself. Many of you guys do not know how to defend yourselves. So you definitely should get some advice. If you ever need, get some advice, guys. And, you know, it's really, really important that we as a community band together and protect each other from the scammers, because it's usually hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of euros and dollars that are going down the drain. Yeah, one tried to marry me, which was very, very, very odd. Called me handsome and beautiful and all of that stuff. Look at this, right? Look at this. There's nothing beautiful about this. I got rosacea, I got bad beards, I got bad hair, my line is a little crooked on the hair. So one tried to marry me. That was a very, very interesting, well, you can't marry me because I'm fighting for divorce, so fuck you. So yeah, that was really, really, really odd. That was really odd. Really, really, really mega odd. Usually it's the same script. It's usually first name, last name, sometimes two numbers in the name. Yesterday we had someone with 3 numbers, and usually the profile picture is either a woman or it is a anime girl, basically. So yeah, don't be scammed. Come over to the chat and we can discuss on how to defend yourselves properly. And who knows, you might like the stream. You might want to stick around. We have tethered apparel on Samhain. That's totally fine, really. That's totally fine. We currently do not have any apparel available for us. So let's make another kid rompers and another cowboy hats. Sauron is still sleeping. However, Sauron is back on track. He is full on back in health. His flu is immune, so he's back on flu. He's still wearing off the anesthetics, so that's totally fine. Shelob and Rosie are finally building buildings. That's great. The door has been managed back. The wall here is filled, so Helm's Deep is back on track. We have botched a construction. That's totally okay. That's permissible. That's totally permissible. We need to wall this off right here. We need to wall this off. How much sandstone do we still have left? We still have 200 sandstone left. So that's nice. So let's get some structures in. Let's get some structures. Let's close this off right here. Close this off. This off. And let's close this like this. And let's close this like this. Let's close this section off right here. Let's have a sandstone door. I don't know. Here sounds pretty nice. Because I really want to completely section this off. I want to funnel and tunnel all of the enemies down here. The geothermal thing still hasn't been built. Sauron is back on the move. Sauron is back on the move. We have tamed a donkey, so we're immediately slaughtering that donkey. Sauron, please, you've made it all the way. Please build the steam geyser. Please build the steam geyser. There we go. Now you can consume a lavish meal. Right, Sauron is back in action. He was probably out for a month at this point. He was most likely out for a month. Alright, so here. We need a grow zone. We need a giant grow zone. We have a pretty solid grow zone over here. So let's make one grow zone over, I don't know. This looks pretty good to me. This is pretty good. Let's make this grow zone a cocoa tree. Cannot work underneath a roof. Okay, that's totally fine. So orders, zone, remove the roof, remove the roofing of this. All right, so this is working quite nicely. They still have to build this. Remember, we're double walling this. So shrink zone, we're double walling this. We're double walling this as well. So let's see. Nobody is currently building stones. So we need to get you back on building stones. We have a mad turkey. We have a mad turkey. They're attacking Sauron and Rosie. I'm totally fine with that. Good shot, Sauron. Rosie needs her warhammer back. I'm not happy that Rosie does not have a warhammer. Well done. Rosie. Shelob. Shelob has a warhammer. He has a sword. Balrog has this. We have no warhammer here, but Arwen has a multi-tool. So, Rosie. And there's the next scammer. So we've had 3 today. No, we've had 2. We've had 2 scammers today. So where is my warhammer? We have a warhammer. We have a warhammer over here. So, Rosie, please equip your warhammer. Yep, we've had 2 today. And this is also something really interesting, right? These scammers are so high in numbers, but they're not organized. So you have different scammers using the same tactics. You have different scammers using the same tactics. It's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. They're different scammers. They are different scammers, but they use the exact same tactic. They use the exact same tactic, which makes this even more sad. And like I mentioned yesterday, we all usually think, oh, the stereotypical like Indian accented scammer. No. These scammers are everywhere. These scammers are everywhere. Take to the best stop. Ah, there is drop on the floor. There is drop on the floor. I saw that in a video. There is drop on the floor. Well, this saves so much time. This saves so much time, Galadriel. This, oh my god, Galadriel, this saves so much time. Oh my god, Galadriel, this saves so much time. We need to increase this loading zone right here. We need to increase this loading zone right here. Oh god, this saves so much time. Galadriel, please. Don't get stones. Is this a critical? This is a critical section, yes. Yo, this saves so much time, Galadriel. So watching television, great. Okay, this saves so much time. Okay, they're building the last 2 sections of wall. This is still far away, but that's okay. I'm getting super hungry. Today was a very busy day and my dinner was not something that I wanted. So I only ate like half a dinner. So yeah. My food hasn't been that great today. Yup. Has not been super great today. So I'm back on the I don't know what I want to eat. I have so much food at home, right? I have so much food at home, but I really don't know what to eat. So I'm in this terrible situation again, where I really I want to eat something, but I don't know what it is, and I'm craving it, but I don't know what it is. So So I don't know what it is, which kind of sucks. So please prioritize building this. Someone else can butcher for now. You don't need to butcher, Gimli. Sauron, I have a job for you. I have a job for you, Sauron. You need to make me multi-tools. We should have plus steel, we have uranium, we have advanced components. Sauron, you need to make multi-tools. You need to make multi-tools, and you need to make 5 of them. Sauron, your job is to make multi-tools. There we go. I will force you to do multi-tools. Galadriel, your waifu. You're tending to Shelob, sure. No, it's actually Eowyn. It's not your waifu. Ha, funny. Okay, bedrooms are looking pretty good though. So, you're hauling to build door. No. You are building multi-tools. You are building multi-tools. And while we do this, we need to move the prison. We need to move the prison. How big is this? If we go to the planner, this is 3 wide. This is 3 wide. I think we're making this our prison. I think we're making this our prison right here. I think this will be the new prison. I think this is the new prison. I think this is the new prison, yeah. This is our new prison right here. Yep. Let's make this into the new prison because this needs to become storage. So let's mine this. This will become our new prison. Eowyn's pregnancy. Progress from the 2nd to the 3rd trimester. We are losing hay quickly. I don't like this. We are losing hay quickly. We have a combat supplier, a trade ship. Samwise, have a call. There is components that needs to be bought. Everything else is bad. Everything else is bad. So, we have a beer to sell. We have some spears to sell. We have some of these to sell. We have the plasteel shears to sell. We have a shield in backup. Why? We need to take a look why. We have a little bit of yayo that we can sell to you. A little bit of 400 yayo. That gives us a little bit of silver back. Why is there a shield in extra? You have a shield. You don't have a shield. You currently do not have a shield. Why do you not have a shield? Because you're not on shield. Shelob is not on shield equipment. So Shelob, assign. Shelob is not on shield equipment. So get to shield equipment, please. So is this also for multi-tool? This is for multi-tool, okay. Sauron is making the first multi-tool. We can haul this, so we can take the door in there. The first multi-tool is done. And the first multi-tool belongs to... The first multi-tool belongs to Shelob or Gimli. I think it belongs to Shelob, right? Balrog is doing a lot of things. I think it belongs to Balrog. I think Balrog gets the first multi-tool. So Balrog clears out this. He clears out the beer. Why do you guys wear a beer? You shouldn't wear a beer. Why are you guys wearing a beer? Assign. Drug policies. 1 drink per day. It is on 0. It is on keep inventory on 0. Interesting. Okay, Balrog, you have a multi-tool, and this multi-tool has more damage than the Warhammer. The Warhammer right here, if we look at the Warhammer has a damage of 11.27 and 50 armor penetration. And if we look into Balrog's new multi-tool, has a armor penetration of 50 and a damage of 33.6. So this thing is nearly 3 times as strong. So we need to equip all of our melee guys with multi-tools. Because this multi-tool is hacka-smacka strong. Like hacka-smacka strong. We're building the next plasteel multi-tool. And I think this is the last multi-tool that we will do in one go. And the next one will belong to Gimli, I think. I think the next one will belong to Gimli. Right, another masterwork, multi-tool masterwork, there we go. Sauron, you can have a little bit of freedom. Gimli, please come on over and get yourself your new weapon. Slash tool, of course. You have a uranium sword legendary. This was your good friend, but you will now get your multi-tool. And back on action you go, and this should be very quick. And it is. This is very, very quick. Now we have a legendary sword available. But no matter, because we are getting more stuff. I wanna... Let's see. Do I wanna upgrade this to a... double wall? Let's get this going right here. Let's have a structure. Let's have a limestone wall. We don't really have sandstone anymore, correct? Yes, we really don't have sandstone anymore. But I do know that we have sandstone chunks. Is that correct? We have many sandstone chunks. So let's get this right here expanded. First we copy the settings. Then we take this over here. We get this into paste. We go into chunks, stone chunks. We take sandstone over here. And we are getting our bill of sandstone upgraded over here. Limestone, that's totally fine. That's totally cool. Because now we can order a little bit more mining over there. We can build a heater into this wall right here. We can build a heater into this wall. But I think we're going to create a vent system. I think we're going to create a vent system, honestly. So that means we don't really need to mine this, so this can be cancelled. However, we're double walling this. So we're double walling this, so this can be... you know what? Looks nicer if it's done. We need to have this mined out because we're going to build a overwall fence. Vent. So Sauron. Sauron is currently building stuff. I want you to smooth this. He's smoothing the wall. That's great. You are so far so good. You are making multi-tool. I want you to prioritize the multi-tool. I want you to prioritize the multi-tool. I want you to finish one more multi-tool before you want to go to sleep. Yeah, I wanna finish one more multi-tool before you want to go to sleep. Let's add a few more sculptures. Let's add a few more sculptures. Not 200 though. 20 sculptures. He's making the multi-tool. It's going to work. How much grid access do we have? How much grid access do we have? We have a grid access currently of 3000 watts. That is because it is night and our solar panels are not working. So, because there is something that we could build if we have enough. And that is the tool cabinet 6. The tool cabinet 6 increases our working speed by how much? Doesn't say it. Doesn't say it. But it needs 4000 watts in access. It needs 4000 watts in access. Which is brutal. Which is absolutely brutal. Has he finished it? Yes, I want you to get some rest. We have another multi-tool going on. Gimli, Balrog, Arwen. Arwen has one. So Arwen has one. Balrog has one. Gimli has one. Shelob does not have one. And Rosie does not have one. Shelob currently is doing the most work. So Shelob will get the next one. But let's let Shelob sleep for now. Let's let Shelob sleep. Let's have 2 more of these. Copy setting. Paste setting. Copy setting. Paste setting. So. Great. Now let's haul these. Let's haul these. Let's make this into a limestone wall. Let's make this into a limestone wall. Let's have a overwall vent over here. Let's have a door. This door, however, needs to be a strong door. Because if they ever want to break down, they have trouble doing that. So let's get a... Let's get a limestone door. A limestone door is a good compromise, I think. Get a limestone door. Let's get some flooring going. Get some flooring going. We're going to make it into paved tilings. We're going to make this into paved tilings because I don't want them to set anything on fire in there other than the furniture. Okay, so everything's going fine. We still have the volcanic winter. It's so far lasted 13 days. How long can it last? How long can it last? Really doesn't say anything about it. Really doesn't say anything about it. But before we go, I think we're going to do a few things. We're going to have some rituals. And the first ritual we're going to have is Bilbo's Remembrance. I think so far everybody has slept. It's 2 in the night. So it's 2 in the night currently. So let's have them a little bit more sleep. Shelob doesn't need sleep. She's an absolute mega tool. So Shelob, please, I need you to come over here. I need you to drop your stuff. I need you to drop your stuff, and I need you to equip a multi-tool, please. And I'll go back to work. Now, congratulations, you have a nice little multi-tool now. Okay, everybody is still sleeping. Looks pretty nice though. Everybody has slept. Let's get Bilbo's Remembrance going. Let's get Bilbo's Remembrance going. And then we are going to get nice. We're going to get nice judged because we will have an execution. No idea who shot the lung of Sauron, but let's just pretend that it was nice, and Pippin is going to accuse him of trying to murder us, which is true. And if the accusation is successful, there will be an execution. We have a beautiful Bilbo's Remembrance. Now, Gollum, you need to... Let's see. You need to put someone on trial. You need to put Nice on trial. So, there is a 90% chance of Nice being, well, judged. So, let's get Nice judged. Oh, we've done it outside. Sure. We've done it outside. It's a little cold to do it in the outside, but sure. Let's get Nice judged. Gollum, as the leader of our tribe, is judging Nice. And he has exonerated him. So we have failed to do that. So Nice, unfortunately, sees to live another day. He seems to live another day. Well, well, well. So Nice seems to live another day. We are losing hay. We're losing hay. We need to get hay back in business. We need to get hay back in business currently. Let's disallow sowing of this Psychoid because Psychoid is in mass currently. Galadriel, what are you doing? You are resting. Why? You still have fibrous mechanites. We want to get someone else into crafting, right? We want to get someone else into crafting. Currently, Rosie is not really anything because Rosie died, so it reset all of her stuff. So Rosie died because it reset everything. So let's get Rosie back on track, I guess. Let's get Rosie back on track. Because Rosie died earlier in the day. So he's building a paved tile. Construction. Yeah, sure. We need you as a constructor as well. What are you doing now? You're resting. Okay. The Nice was pretty good at talking, I guess. What is his talking skills? So a social 0. So a social 0 saved himself from execution. Well, if that ain't something. Let's get some power in there. We need some power in this thing right here. Get some power in there. We need some lights. Wall lamp. Let's get some wall lamps in here. We need some lights. We need some lights in here. We have cargo bots. With a little bit of plot steel. Very cool. With a little bit of plot steel. Our ambrosia sprouts are doing great. Except for this one. Delete, clear the home zone. Clear the home zone. Really doesn't need anything here, so let's clear the home zone over here. Really don't need any of these home zones. Let's clear any and all of these home zones right here. Needs no home zoning over here. Needs no home zoning over here. Okay, so needs no home zoning over here. They're earning ambrosia, okay. Now, these rooms are here, so let's change the color of these. Let's make them into red, because... you can't really see anything if there's red. Orange? Sure, let's give them orange. Let's give the prism an orange. And now we need some beds. Now we have a masterwork bed over here. So we have 2 masterwork beds. So let's uninstall those. Let's reinstall those over here. Let's reinstall our beds over here. Let's see. Let's get 1 bed over here. This is already moving. Let's get another bed over here. That is the wrong move. Let's get another bed over here because this will become a prison right here. So, we need a few more stuffs. So, furniture, bed, wooden bed. We need to build some beds. So, let's see if we can build some beds. I want to build these beds, however, where I can see them. So, let's build some beds over here. Just to get a little bit more extra furniture going. We need some end tables. We need some end tables. Get some end tables. And dressers. We should have a dresser, right? We should have a dresser that is nice. We have 1 dresser here. So we have 1 dresser that is legendary. I'm not giving you a legendary dresser. I'm not giving you a legendary dresser. I am giving you a... Let's see, there's an excellent over here. So let's uninstall that one. Let's uninstall that dresser from Gilrain's home. Galadriel is recoloring her apparel. Okay. We need someone making sandstone. Quickly. So, what are you doing? Are you resting after this? You're playing billiards. Currently, I want you to create more stuff, really. Okay. And that should clear out her work. Okay, now you can play poker. We have 100 more now, that's nice. They're gaining the ambrosia. It's getting warmer outside, so we might be at the end of the volcanic winter pretty soon. So we have a masterwork bed over there. These are the moved beds though. Yep, these are the moved beds. Okay. We have starvation. Pippin is starving. Please, Pippin, eat something. We have lots of food. Food is fine. This is bad. This is bad. Currently, we are not gaining much hay. Which means to tell me that I should remove this, but we are not planting any hay either. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Why are my gardeners not gardening? Why are my gardeners not gardening? Because I only have 2 primary gardeners. Why? I have only 2 primary gardeners. This needs to change. This needs to change. We need to get back into gardening, guys. Guys, we really need to get back into gardening. Yes. We really need to get back into gardening. There we go. Yeah, we need to get back into gardening, man. I don't like the yellow. I don't like the yellow. Let's see. This looks a little bit better. Looks a little bit better. Okay, so this will be a prison for prisoners. We have a good table over here. Sauron is building stuff. Rosie is building the wrong stuff. Rosie, I don't want you to build this. Oh well. Masterwork. Only Sauron needs to do these. Honestly. Rosie, please don't build any of this. Let the master do it. Let the master do it, honestly. Holy crap, man. Let the master do it. All working on blueprint. So we need a few more beds, right? Oh, we have a legendary bed as well. Sure. Masterwork, that's excellent. Excellent needs to go as well. Let's have a few more of these. Have a few more of these, and let's build a few more beds. And I want Sauron to do this. I only want Balin to support these guys, but I want him to build all of this. I want him to build all of this. Rosie, no. I don't want you to build any of this. Praetor is hauling. Get this constructed. Shelob, no. All, please. He needs to construct. Excellent needs to be deconstructed. Excellent needs to be deconstructed. Good needs to be deconstructed. How can you fail this, Sauron? How can you fail this? Prioritize on working on this. No, Shelob. No, Shelob, I don't want you to build this. I want Sauron to build this. I want Sauron to build this. Thank you very much. I think we're good now. So now we need more beds. Now we need more beds. So let's build more beds. Okay, now we build more beds. Okay, we have a masterwork, 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 legendary, excellent, excellent. Okay, so masterwork, reinstall over here. So we have a legendary bed, let's reinstall that into here. So that's a prisoner's life, right? Sleeping in a legendary bed. Let's reinstall these over here for now. Let's reinstall these over here for now. Do they have a table? They do not have a table in the prisoner room currently. So, Sauron, what are you doing? You're playing chess. That's nice of you, but I want you to build more productions, please. you will have a different production later. Why are you so bad at doing things, my dude? Ah, Rosie built it, right? No, Rosie is taking stuff. Okay, Rosie is taking stuff. You can take stuff. That's totally fine. Ah, you know what? An excellent bed is good enough. An excellent bed is good enough. So prioritize on working on the last bed, please. The rest is fine. So let's get the next legendary bed reinstalled into here. This needs to move. This is moving. No, this is moving. Great. So that masterwork end table goes into here. Let's get the next bed situated into here. He's moving stuff, so that's great. Now we need another bed. Let's have a legendary bed reinstalled into here. Have a end table in here. Yeah. No. Sauron, please prioritize taking the bed. This masterwork end table needs to be here. Alright, now we have one bed that we need to take. Let's dismantle these two. Let's dismantle these two. Alright, and now let's move this bed over here. That's the last bed frame now. Great, so that's the last bed frame. So now these can be uninstalled. These can be uninstalled. Let's uninstall these. No, let's just uninstall that one. Okay, so these are uninstalled now. Now we need to have the legendary wooden dresser, which I need to haul over here. And this dresser right here, the excellent dresser, needs to go, let's see. So it is losing a connection if I do this. So one of these beds need to go. So one of these beds need to go. That ruins the aesthetic, however. So since this ruins the aesthetic, we need to have this moved. I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's order mining into here. Let's order mining into here. Let's get you the legendary dresser. Where's Gimli? Gimli's sleeping. He will be happy to know that he can wake up and mine something. Alright. Then we need a table. We have a table. We have a masterwork table over here. Get that table situated in here. And then we need some chairs. We need some chairs. So let's build some chairs. Build some chairs. Inspired recruitment, Samwise. Okay. Is Samwise social skills increasing? Not really. We have to remember Sam is pretty dumb. And unfortunately, Sam can't really do anything. So, can Solwyn bring material? He can bring material. Interesting. So Solwyn can bring material. But he can bring... Oh, well, he can bring a lot. Please bring material, Solwyn. Please be useful. Bring material. Bring material. Come on, bring material. Shelob wants to build this stuff. No. Shelob is not allowed to build this. We need someone else to build this. So prioritize all on building this stuff. Okay. Sure. So we need some chairs, so let's make some chairs. Shelob wants to build stuff, so let's just do it like this. Masterwork. We need 4 chairs. Why is there no... Oh, right. It needs more material. Another one. Rosie, I don't want you to build this currently. Let's have Sauron finish all of this. Alrighty, so... These guys are doing things. Yep, these guys are doing things. Alright. Let's get the flooring into here. Let's pave these tiles. Let's pave these tiles. Now, if I take this dresser, it should apply to every single one of them. Is that correct? Install this dresser and it should apply to all of them. And it does. No, it does not. Doesn't matter. It's good enough. It's good enough. So, chairs. That's an excellent chair. We do not want that. That's an excellent chair. That's a good chair. That's an excellent chair. We do not want that. That's an excellent chair. That's a master, an excellent chair. We made exactly 4 chairs, which is nice. Let's get into here. Alrighty, so this is pretty good. So what else do we want to have in a prison? What else do we want to have in a prison? Do we want to have a gun in prison? No. Let's not have a gun in prison for now. These walls have been built. These walls have not been built yet. We need someone to craft. We need someone to craft, which would be Rosie. He's consuming a vegetarian meal, sure. And after that, you're please gonna do some stones. After that, you're please gonna build some stones. Is what I would like to say, but Rosie does not have a multi-tool yet. Sauron. Sauron also currently does not have gear. He currently does not have gear. Sauron, I'm getting you off construction. I'm getting you back on multi-tool making. Finish the last multi-tool. You need to build clothing. You need to build clothing. Yes. You need to build clothing. So, for now, the last multi-tool is being finished. And now, Rosie, I need you to please come here and get rid of all of your gear. And let's give you multi-tools. Rosie is already here. Quite kind of quick. And now, please equip your multi-tool. After you're done now, you need to drink Psychite tea. And then I want you to prioritize cutting stones from chunk. A shuttle arrived. Dump location. Let's get Eowyn. Not allowed. Get in shuttle, not allowed. Carry Kexi to shuttle. Right. Let's carry Kexi to shuttle. Our mission is finally done. And where's Rosie? Oh my god, she's hauling stone. She's hauling stone. I don't like this. So let's get a little bit more stone into here. Maybe not in front of the door exactly. Okay. He's producing more stone, that's great. Look at this speed. My god. Rosie, you're amazing. And we have done the next multi-tool. Great. So we now have one extra multi-tool available. We now have one extra multi-tool available. Who does a lot of work that needs a multi-tool? Who does a lot of work that needs a multi-tool? Galadriel and Eowyn cannot wear multi-tools. I think Legolas is doing a lot of work. Faramir cannot do much work, so Faramir cannot do much work. Gollum, I think, is doing also a lot of work, correct? Is Gollum doing a lot of work? No, actually Gollum is not doing a lot of work. Auron is doing a lot of work. So Auron is doing a lot of work, so Auron, we need you to drop your chainsaw, you drop your multi-thing, and you equip a multi-tool, please. Wonderful. And you dropped your gun. Please equip this. And now please equip this as a sidearm. Thank you. There we go. Next multi-tool is in the group. Now this prison looks mighty fine. So let's delete this prison right here. Alright, let's get the shuttle off. And our pods arrived with 8 advanced components. Alrighty, so things are happening. We finally figured stuff out. We have more multi-tools running now in our base. Things are happening. I'm super duper hungry, and you know what that means. That means it is Wednesdays, my dudes. That means it is Wednesdays, my dudes. Thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 21 of RimWorld, A Journey to the Stars, the Fat Hobbits. Slow and steady. Slow and steady is happening. We have a volcanic winter the entire episode. And, well, stuff is not progressing as far as quickly as I want to. However, stuff's good. Stuff's good for now. We are transferring our prisoners and all of that stuff. We're making a little bit more storage pretty soon. Until next time, you know where to find me. Twitch.tv/Hanazaki, liveplay.com. No, that's wrong. Hanazaki HZTV. I still don't know my own channel. It's not like I've been doing this for 14, 15 years, but the channel has been renamed recently, so I am forgiven. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.